Welcome to Undisputed. We're live from Los Angeles. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Jenny. How are you today?
Hi, Jenny.
Lovely dress.
Thank you
How
so
are
much,
you,
Shannon.
Shannon?
I'm good.
So, it's about time for LeBron James to jump on that Rams bandwagon and start showing up at Rams games. And start pledging allegiance to the Rams, right?
Hold on. That man got...
He's an L.A. guy.
He has bigger things to worry about
Oh,
right
does
now.
he?
Yeah. He's a Cowboys fan. We don't jump on bandwagon,
worried
jump
about
here,
that one.
jump there. That's not what we do, Skip.
He jumps on the Browns bandwagon, then
He
back
wasn't
on the
on no Browns.
Cowboys, and then he's on the Indians
If
bandwagon.
you don't mind me asking, when he showed up to the Browns game, what was he wearing?
Emmett Smith.
Exactly.
Well, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Here we go.
For my homeboy. Oh, Patrick, my homeboy.
Oh, interesting. We're going to get to that. On today's show, I was going to ask you a bit more about it. Are you still on the
I
bandwagon?
ain't going nowhere. Oh, my homeboy,
Okay.
I ain't going nowhere.
He's going nowhere. And what about... .51, and they're now 10-1 this season. Let's take a listen to both teams after the game.
Yeah, it was a crazy game. Crazy game, and it seemed like at the end, whoever had the ball last was going to win. That's what it felt like, and ultimately our defense had 2 turnovers there at the end that proved to be the winning turnovers, and it was back and forth the whole game. It was times where we felt like we had all the momentum. We thought we were going to put the knife in them and finish it, and then there was times where it was the other way around, where we're like, all right, we need to kind of claw back into this, and it was a fun one.
The turnovers just changed the game. I think I gave them 21 points pretty much through turnovers, and just kind of like I said at the New England game, you can't give good teams points turning the ball over, so that was pretty much the changing point of the game.
It was a whirlwind. I feel like I might need a couple beverages to relax tonight, but it was great. I mean, this is what you love so much about this game, and really, what's the best part about it is that locker room, sharing that with the people that you love.
Whew, we could not get enough of that game last night. Shannon, was it an instant classic?
It was an instant classic, and Sean McVay is not old enough to have a beverage, Skip Bayless, so he needs to go into bed with that bottled water. Skip, this was as good a Monday night game as I've seen, and I've been watching Monday Night Football for a very long time. It takes me back, and you probably covered this game, but the game that I think about was the 1982 Monday night game between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Diego Chargers.
I didn't cover it, but I watched it.
Okay, when Dan Fouts outgunned Kenny Anderson, both quarterbacks threw for over 400 yards. It was a 50-84 ball game, 50-84, 50-34 ball game. And actually, in that game, they had more combined yards than what they had in this game. Wes Chandler went bonkers, over 200 yards, just like Tyreek Hill. Kellen Winslow, the great Hall of Fame tight end, went for over 100. Just like Travis Kelce. And Collinsworth, for the Bengals, went over 100 yards. But, Skip, I think in order for you to have a classic, the game has to have suspense. And it needs to go back and forth. Okay, Kansas City spots the Rams 13 points. They claw their way back in it. And now here we go, back and forth. 10 total touchdowns. And at the end of the day, you're like, man, look at all these points. First time in NFL history that both teams score over 50 points in a ball game. And you're like, man, this is what's wrong with the NFL, man, all this offense. And then when you just think it's all offense, Aaron Donald, strip sack, scoop and score. And then you get Ekubon, pick 6, touchdown. And then you get Justin Houston for the other side, strip sack, touchdown. It was just enough defense that the NFL can say, look, you still can play defense. You still can get in there and take the ball away from the opposing team without landing your body weight on them, without hitting them in the knee. And so, Skip, with the back and forth with Patrick Mahomes was as good. the next play, Cook catches it, goes for about 20, and off to the races they go. But, Skip, this was an instant classic. This is what the NFL wanted. This is what fans like. They like offense. Well, if you like offense, you don't get any better than this. Two young guns going head-to-head. But this should remove all doubt. If anybody, any organization, thinking about hiring a head coach, the last person you should call is Jeff Fisher. Because he had you thinking that Jared Goff was a bust. Whew. I feel comfortable in saying, Skip Bayless, I think Jeff Fisher might have ruined a bunch of careers at the quarterback position.
I know he ruined Vince Young.
Okay, I'm not so sure Steve McNair couldn't have got more out of his career. Rest his soul.
I'm buying that. Rest his soul.
So, with what we know now with Jared Goff, Skip, you see why the Rams took him #1 overall. He flat out played. It went back and forth, and this was an instant classic in my opinion.
Okay, it is now time for the Grinch who stole Thanksgiving. You cannot have an instant classic when the losing quarterback gives the winning team 21 points on 3 tumultuous turnovers, including a pick six and a scoop and score touchdown. It's time for some unadulterated truth here, because you cannot have an instant classic when the losing quarterback in the last minute and a half of a shootout throws 2 awful interceptions that end the game for the Kansas City Chiefs. And I am here to say, obviously, Patrick Mahomes made some big-time throws last night, lots of them.